update East Texas with another small business owner, Eric Tarango, who's here in Tyler. One thing that I absolutely love about Eric is I've had the pleasure to be his friend for quite some time now. I want to say maybe like 3-4 years. We met through a mutual friend, and I just watched his passion for people and his love for what he does just flourish. And so I'm excited to be here with you today, Eric. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. It's a pleasure again. We made it about 3 years ago, and you guys are great. Your husband is an amazing guy, and I love what I do. And again, thanks for your time.
Yeah, my pleasure. So let's just hop right in. Tell me, how did you get to East Texas?
20 years ago, this last July, right before 9/11, it was actually crazy because we got here and then 9/11 happened.
Oh, wow.
And we're like, let's get out of here.
Yeah,
it was
scary.
Yes, I was young, and to be honest, they moved me here. I was 14. I did not want to be here, but it was the best decision my parents ever made because now, I will never be where I am. It was a great decision, and I love it. I hated it at the beginning, but this is I will never go anywhere else. It's beautiful. The culture is amazing. People say, well, there's nothing to do in Tyler. No, there's a lot to do. You're not going. There's running groups.
Yeah.
You name it. There's plenty of things. You've been here for a while, so it's a lot of things to do. So I love it here. I love it.
So East Texas is, I like to say, built on small business.
Yeah.
We have all of the name brand stores, stuff like that, where you can shop and do all of the things you could do in a big city, but in a small town feel.
Right.
And so, tell us about your business. Why did you start financial coaching?
The main reason, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I would never wanted to, it's scary when you are going to start your own business. It's something that we all make excuses. We're comfortable, we don't want to be uncomfortable. So it was probably 6 years I wanted to do that, but I was first in working for Walmart for about 3 years.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have the background to actually say, well, this is what I do.
Okay.
So what I did, I actually started working as a teller at a credit union, so I can get the experience. I got to learn how credit works. And then after 3 years, so I said, you know what, let's do this. I was able to see that people were going into debt too much, student loans, ridiculous. People purchasing too much house, nobody telling them to stop.
Yeah.
Same thing on cars. And so I decided to do this for the little people. I actually had the opportunity to be a financial advisor, and I didn't want to do that because this is for the small people, the people that really don't have any knowledge. And that's why I decided to do this. It's just 80% of the people in the country are broke. I want to change that.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. I want to change that. That's a cool tagline. And it's a cool reality. So you were at the bank and you saw some folks just constantly just maybe with some habits that they've always learned their whole life.
Right.
And that's where your passion for people started to grow. This knowledge of why are we spending like this?
Yeah, and it's a culture thing. Your parents did it. You're doing it, so somebody has to break that cycle. And again, that's why I want to change. I have quite a few clients, and some of them are doing great, some of them are struggling, but it's a habit. I contact some of my clients pretty much every other day because to make sure they're breaking those habits that are keeping them average or not successful. One of the biggest things, to be honest, when I was in lending was that student loans. Yeah. I met somebody that had $500,000 in student loans.
Oh, wow.
That's horrible. Average was 60, 70, 100, but $500,000, that's a lot.
Yeah, it really is.
I heard of people owing that much, but I never actually met somebody.
Yeah.
I was scared. I'm like, how is she able to sleep? That's very scary to me.
Yeah.
But the other thing was small families of just got married, maybe pregnant with the first kid, just define buying an SUV, like a huge SUV to me.
Right.
And again, I mean, when you're excited about your kid and you want to go all out, but does it make sense? No, somebody has to tell you.
Right.
And I actually did tell a lot of people I would lose the loans because I would tell them don't do this, but I was okay with it. I mean, to me, it was not. I know it was not the right thing for them. So if they went and got it somewhere else, that's their business. But it is what it is. I don't feel comfortable letting people do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we definitely live in a time where get the nice car, make an excuse to get the nice car, get the nice house, make an excuse to get the nice house, and just figure it out along the way.
Right.
Instead of actually having a plan and a vision for your life, and understanding that finances literally play into that dream that you have.
Right.
And it takes time to get those things and to be confident and comfortable instead of struggling and wondering how you're going to pay the payment every single month.
You have to be patient. That's what most people don't. They don't want to delay gratification, and that's a big problem. I want it now. Well, think about it this way. If your parents have this already, and it took them 15, 20 years, well, when do you want to get there? Take your time. And you might be able to if you are actually doing or have an excellent income. You might be able to be at your parents' level 10, 15 years before they got there, but most people don't. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
it's hard work.
It is. So do you have an example of a client that you've helped since you started this? And
quite a few actually, but one I just met with this guy on Friday. I was because he reached out last week on Monday, and I was surprised. And I'm gonna tell you why. He was living paycheck to paycheck, and I started helping him, coaching him about 4 months ago. He didn't have any money. We did his budget. He got a life insurance policy, the right one, the proper one for him. And he called me on Monday. Hey, Eric, I'm ready to invest on. Excuse me? He's like, I'm ready. You already have your emergency fund in 4 months? He's like, yeah. I told him you're gonna get it in 6. He like he believed he was gonna get it in 18 months, $1,000 a month. He got it in 3 months.
Wow.
Almost 4. But that's the power of a budget.
Yeah.
It pushes you to not waste your money, and then actually pushing yourself to work a little bit harder so you can get to your goal faster.
Yeah.
Because I was blown away. I'm like, great. So we had a session. He's going to start investing now because he has an emergency fund. He has no debt, no car payments, only a mortgage. But his mortgage is a joke. He's a very smart kid, but and he's in I think he's 28. So he's going to be set in 15, 20 years. He's going to be a multi-millionaire. I love it. I love it.
That's very cool. So you basically went and looked through all of the wasteful spending
that
he did.
Yes.
And you helped him cut that out.
Right.
And all that waste was going to this bucket of saving.
Correct.
So he could do the right thing with his
Right.
cash.
And the biggest thing is he was focused and he started working a little bit more so he can get to his goal faster. This is not a person that makes $100,000 a year. This guy makes 60, 70, and usually it's 50. It's just he started seeing the big picture and said, "Let's get it done." And your couple makes a big difference. His wife makes a huge difference as well. I mean, it is what it is. With the right lady, you can do a lot. Yeah, that's just the way it is.
Awesome. How cool is that?
It's amazing.
That's great. So he really put his mind to it and did it.
Yeah.
And I think we live in a culture too where it's like click here, get this, click here, do this, like do this subscription, do this, and then before you know it, you have $1,000 in subscriptions for something that you only use once in a while.
Yes, that I see that a lot too. And $1,000 is pretty accurate in a year. That's what most people are spending on. Maybe Amazon, Pandora, Hulu, all those things that they're actually costing you more than just money. You're wasting your time.
You're wasting your time, yeah.
That's the biggest thing to me. When it comes to that, it's not even about the money. It's the time that you're wasting on your couch just watching TV. That's crazy to me. But again, it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. So I love that story. That's incredible. I personally know a lot of people that would love to have a nest egg of cash, so that way they're not in a financial crunch should there be an emergency or something like that take place.
It gives people a peace of mind. I actually asked him, "What does your wife think about it?" She loves it.
Mm-hmm.
They never had that much money in the bank. They when we met the second time, they're like, I think it's gonna take us about 15 months to save $20,000. They did it in 4 hours. They went over my expectation. I wanted them to do it in 6 to 8 months. They did it in 4.
Wow.
I mean, they work hard.
They did,
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they're definitely for women. I think there's peace of mind when they know that in case something happened to my husband, or in case something happened, to our family, that we don't have to borrow money to take care of things. So yeah, I can see where she would be very excited about that.
Very excited. Yeah, no, like I said, it's amazing. The other story that I can think of at this point is this kid. He's in his early 20s actually. He came to me. He had a lot of debt, credit cards. Well, what I did is actually, and a lot of loan offers don't think of this. When I was in lending, I was great at it because I will find opportunities and try to consolidate everything. Yeah. And that's why a lot of my members love me, because I really help them. But this kid, he had a lot of credit card debt. What we did is I actually sent him to a great credit union, and I actually talked to the loan officer, do X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Done deal, simple. We actually consolidated all his loans, credit cards and a personal loan, and added it to his truck. He saved on his truck, and now instead of paying 15-20% on his credit cards, he's paying 5% on his overall loan, car, vehicle loan, credit cards, and everything, and his life is better. Yeah, awesome. He was very happy. I love it.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. That's an awesome story too. So I love hearing. If you know Eric, he's a super hard worker, and I love hearing stories in his passion for others, and he always puts people before himself, which makes you a true business owner, because that's what business owners do. They put their clients and people before themselves, and so kudos to you and to your clients. That's awesome. So thinking about East Texas and your clients, and I know you don't have a ton of downtime, but if you have downtime, where's one place in East Texas that you like to go? If for those that are moving here, because there are a lot of folks moving here from other areas, where's the place you would share?
I love coffee. So the Foundry.
The Foundry?
Yeah, Foundry in downtown. I love it. I haven't walked or run in a while a lot, but I used to go pretty much in every park, and they're beautiful. Parkland Park is one of them. Rose
Redmond.
Yes, I love it. It's a lot. You can stay there. I mean, what is it? Probably 5 miles, 6 miles. It's a lot. It's a lot. You can be there for a couple hours and you running. So, and it's beautiful as well. So. Now what's that trail by, oh my God, by this way. I used to run on that one a lot. Oh my God, I want that place, Brookshire's place.
By Fresh?
Fresh, yes, oh my God.
And what is that one called?
I don't remember what it's called, but I like it.
There is a trail right next to Fresh.
Yeah, I love it. That one, it takes you all the way to 49. Yes, so I love that one.
Yeah, that one's cool too. I like that one too. I love taking my kids on walks and stuff out there.
It's fun, and then it's good for your health.
Yes, so absolutely. So thinking about one tip for anybody out there who says, I was Eric, I'm sitting at this desk, I'm really good at this one thing, and I'm just, like he said, scared to just make the leap. What's one tip you can give someone who's thinking about starting a business here?
Just go for it. Jump. Proper planning, for sure. Proper planning. Have an emergency fund for your household. Have an emergency fund for your business. Okay. Otherwise, if something happens, you're out of business. That is the reason most businesses go out of business. Just not the proper planning, and that'll be the easiest. I mean, that will be the foundation for you to be successful with your business.
So how much would you think that someone would need to put aside for those two buckets, for their household, if they were going to kind of make that jump?
So it depends. I will say I like to have 6 months of expenses just for your personal. Okay. And then, let me give you an example. One of my clients, he's actually He is running a trucking business. So I told him, you need to at least have enough to make sure one of your vehicles, if that 18-wheeler breaks, you need to have enough to fix it.
Yeah.
Figure out what that is.
Okay.
Because you don't want that vehicle to just stay there. If you don't have the money, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
So every business is different. You can start a business with $1,000, $500. But depending on your business, your emergency fund can be 20,000, might be 100,000. So it just depends on your business, really. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but making sure you definitely have that set aside so it makes sense for you.
Yes, for sure.
That's awesome. So tell our viewers, how can they find you?
Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's simple. You can now actually just text me or call me. My telephone number is 903-714-6168, and you can find me on TikTok. I started it 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's just Eric, Financial Coach. And I am on Facebook, Eric Tarango, Eric Alonso Tarango, that is my full name. And I do have a Eric Tarango Financial Coach on Facebook as well, business page. So you feel free to reach out. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them.
Yeah, absolutely. And we definitely will tag Eric's Facebook, and I guess I could tag your TikTok too, and I'll tag that, and how you could reach him in the description when we post this video. But if you have any questions or you want to start a budget, definitely text Eric. The sooner the better. The quicker you start budgeting, the more financial freedom you experience. And so, thank you so much, Eric. Thanks for being here. We'll see you guys next time.